What's up, everybody? This Greg once a motherfucking again. Doing a follow-up video. In my first video I posted earlier, it was about me getting my traffic ticket dismissed and how you can always get your tickets dismissed. I won't say always, because we dealing with psychos, crooks, thugs, whatever. But in that video I talked about how the Constitution of the United States, which is supposedly the law of the land, doesn't apply to anyone. Is no one is bound to the Constitution. Did I just say that? People who put their life on the line for a piece of paper, this shit is not valid in the first place? Oh shit. I'm sorry. Let me explain before you just get mad and click X on my video. Let me explain. Contract law. First off, in order for a contract to be valid, an agreement to be valid, two or more parties have to agree upon it with signatures and be bound to it. With the Constitution, only one party signed to it. That's the people who wrote it up, George Washington and crew, all those guys. And the people of that time, the public, never consented to this shit. They never signed. No one signed that document. How can they be bound to it? Sure, later on they might have accepted the government, because all it was is basically a public relations, really, to get people to accept government, to accept a small group of people to control a vast amount of people. That's it. Um, Even to me and you haven't signed the Constitution, so how can we be bound to this shit? We never consented to this shit. We never agreed to this shit. Another question: who the fuck give George Washington the power to bind us to contracts that we never signed in the first place? And we talking generation after generation to fast forward to modern day. How the fuck he got the power? He's long dead. Even if he was alive, he ain't got the power to bind me and you to shit. So what the fuck give him the power to do that? He don't have it. So we not bound to this shit. You get it? The basis of contract law, like I just said, it has to be two or more parties agreeing to something and be bound to it. We're not bound to it. It's that simple. Now, the next little phase I want to tackle is the issue of some of you say, well, the Constitution gives us our rights. Again, how can one man write something on a piece of paper and give you rights? We already have rights. We got natural rights, not constitutional rights. So you gotta kind of reprogram. I hear a lot of people say my constitutional rights, in the Constitution it says I can do this. You gotta wait for a piece of paper that tell you got freedom of speech. You got freedom of speech because you got a motherfucking mouth and a voice box and a mind and shit, so you could talk. That's what give you freedom of speech. You got natural fucking rights, not cause some guy with a white powder wig on signed some paper. And you got a right to bear arms. I got a right to fucking protect my life because it's my fucking life. Of course I could bear some fucking arms. The fuck? You don't need permission. The government does not own you. They don't own me. If anything, we own the government. But we know that's not true. Now, the government claimed they were set up to protect the people, the rights, the liberty, justice, and all that, which they don't do, evidently. Don't buy into this shit that, oh, we sending the troops overseas to protect our rights. If they was here protecting us, they would be here. They wouldn't be overseas. You get it? That's fucking simple. If anything, it's to spread the empire of the government. And we'll get to government of why there is no such thing as a fucking government. A lot of this information comes from Mark Stevens' book, so Not just his book. You could look up, you could read more into this. With his book, you could read into Lysander Spooner's book, The Constitution of No Authority. But you say, well, why do we have a government? You say, why do we have a government? Now let's go back. The government claimed they was set up to protect the people, which is its citizens. If you look up citizens, it basically means a citizen is a person, not a person as a corporation, but a human being or somebody who pledges allegiance to a political body or a corporation or whatever in exchange for protection. All right, so that's what a citizen is. Okay, now the government already ruled, Supreme Court already ruled that the government has no duty to protect anybody. And they don't even have to stop at the rulings of the Supreme Court. You could just look at your fucking everyday life. The government do not protect you. You got a higher chance of getting killed by a cop than you got a chance of anything else. You get pulled over you get pulled over at a traffic stop and you ask him a few questions. This dude just huff and puff and get mad and just snatch you out of the car and beat you down. That was part of my experience. I didn't get beat down, but I asked the cop a couple of questions. His face turned red. That's why in my other video I called him the bitch. He turned red and excuse me? They was about to fucking kill me that day. Until I put out the camera and start filming, but I ain't gonna get into that. So you more liable to get killed by the government than anything. The government claim is here to protect our liberties and rights and all this shit. Then why is there traffic court? And traffic court is only there to take people's money. I thought it was here to protect us. Government claim they're here to protect us. Why is it fluoride in the water? Why is it chemtrails? You know what I'm saying? If you just say, "Oh, you're paranoid, you're tinfoil hat," blah blah blah. Research some shit. Don't just go with the normal shit that everybody else repeat. Research what fluoride do to you. I could damn near make a video about that later, but you could find so many documentaries on the dangers of fluoride. Why is there GMOs? Basically, all the evidence compiled, the government does not protect you. So that right there just negate the whole notion that you are a citizen. They started off saying, okay, we set up to protect you. And then they say we don't have a duty to protect you. So that means it's not a fucking government if they don't protect you. You get it? So that means we not citizens. The government is not the government, but they still call themselves the government. Basically, it's just men and women, thugs with guns, and you got the thugs with the law books behind them. They don't even know law though. It's not even law. It's just statutes. I could write a fucking statute and say some bullshit. You can't wear green in my city of Oakland because I hate green, and I just have my dumb brutes enforce this shit, and it's a statute. If you get caught wearing green, it's a $500 fine. $500. So if anything, government don't protect the citizens, so that means there's no citizens. So that means there's no fucking government. Because the government's sole duty is set up to protect people. It doesn't do that. So it's just a fucking corporation. Now let's get to the next subject. That means politics is bullshit. You think you vote and select a president and chief executive? We could look at it in two ways. First off, this is documented. Presidents are chosen by bloodline. All the presidents in the history are all related, including Obama. Don't let the skin color fool you. Interbreeding bloodline, secret society, whatever. That's how the presidents are chosen. Obama is related to Bush, etc. You could keep going. The second way you could look at this of why it's illegitimate, you look at it as any other corporation. Do Walmart employees choose the president of Walmart? Hell the fuck no. It's the same shit. They give you the illusion that you choose some president. Oh, I'm gonna go vote. I hope this guy, he's for the people. He said he'll do this and do that. And then they turn around and get in office and do the fucking opposite. And the people get suckered again. Everybody fell for Obama. Oh my God, change Obama, yay! And then he get in and do the same shit that the other dude, Bush, did, but worse. And people still in denial of this shit to this day. Mostly blacks. Hey, I'm mixed with blacks, so I'm black. I grew up in a black neighborhood. This ain't got nothing to do with race, but they think it got something to do with race. Oh, they just mad because it's a black dude here, or whatever. But it's a fucking scam. Public relations. So there's no government, nothing, no states. States and cities are corporations. The state of California is a corporation. Now the California state is just a geographical territory, imaginary lines on the fucking map that they drew up. It's basically, if you look at it, a map of LA, and you got the blood territory, you got the Crip territory. It's not their territory, but they got the guns to enforce it, so it is their territory. If you go to the blood neighborhood and you do some disrespectful shit, you're gonna get killed. You go to the Crip neighborhood, same shit. It's their territory now, cause they fuck around and got the guns. It's the same shit with the mafia and the same shit with the states and the government. This is the state of California. This is our line right here. And then we got the guns, we got the people to enforce the shit, so it's the state of California now. This geographical location is known as California. Same with America. We got the guns, we set up border lines here, imaginary border lines, and we got fences. As soon as you cross, you jump over, you in Nevada now, or you in California, or whatever. So that shit is illusionary, imaginary. It's basically a group of men and women with guns marking their territory and controlling that territory, the commerce of it. And basically without the people's consent. So there we have it, man. There's no constitution. The Constitution doesn't bind anyone. Government doesn't protect the citizens. There's no citizens. It's that simple. This is their own words. They said they don't have no duty to protect you. So that just giving. I mean, that just right there just make voting bullshit. Uh, Voting is bullshit. I mean, politics are irrelevant, really. It's the same corporation. It ain't like you could vote for a politician and he would just dismantle the whole fucking government and it'd be peace on earth and all that shit and take all the truth. It ain't gonna happen. So voting is fucking useless. You can't set up a corporation and the employees vote to dismember the corporation. It ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. Uh, Contrary to what you believe. I mean, damn, it's a little bit over 10 minutes, but hey, I hope y'all soak this in and research this shit. Don't just take it from me. Look up the research. Uh, if you like this video, like it, subscribe, hit me in the comment sections, tell me what y'all think, man. Share the video. You know, everybody is not going to agree with me. I understand that. And some of the shit I say might be controversial. I understand that too. But if you got the facts, I mean, if you want to just come and debate with me, hit me in the comment section. We could go there. Try not to do the ad hominem attacks and the fuck you motherfucker, I don't like you, get out my damn country and all that bullshit. Let's keep this shit to an intellectual basis and let's just go at it like that. If you disagree with me, if you like what I say, man, like, subscribe. I'm gonna be pumping out more content. All this shit is basically shit that I researched though and found out for myself. Cause basically, man, I used to be a dude that used to think about limited government, constitution, and all that shit till I started researching. Like, it's all irrelevant. Uh, yeah. So yeah, hit me up, like, subscribe, share the video. Sign. I made this video too long, so sign it off. Peace.